Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Channel 6 TV Community Focus. Glad you could be with us tonight. I'm going to talk about a very serious subject, and I hope you can tune in just for a little while and pay attention. I got Miss Rachel Briney here with me from the Lincoln Trail Health Department here in Nelson County. I think I got that right.
Close enough.
Close enough. Lincoln Trail Health Department.
There you go.
So, Rachel's been a very regular contributor to this television station and other television stations as well, keeping us up on what keeps us healthy. And that's the main thing, is preventive, is what we're trying to do, is prevent people from getting sick. Getting sick's no fun, and you don't want to deal with them after that, but we want to make sure they get healthy and stay healthy.
That's right.
So your job primarily is to keep Nelson County healthy.
Yeah, well, my primary job is community education and to prevent people from getting sick.
Yeah.
So that's the health department's main goal, is prevention. We don't want to come in after it's happened and then say, okay, we're here to help.
Well, that's just like the flu. I mean, you always come in and talk about the flu, what's coming up. Please take the flu shot. Tell me all the time, please wash your hands and things of that nature. So it's just giving people a little warning. It's like, okay, we're giving you a warning ahead of time. Here's what's coming up. Take care of yourself, and if you don't, you're probably going to get sick and end up in the doctor.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do today. So today I know we're on a subject that it's controversial, and it shouldn't be, because I know you and I growing up, I mean, it was just a natural thing that we got vaccinated for smallpox and measles. But now it's going to be there's a little controversy to it. People saying, hey, don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want to do. And if I don't want to take the vaccine, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing a rise in measles and hopefully not smallpox. But
no, that's been eradicated. You're good there.
We hope so.
Yeah. Well, the people that do get the measles are the ones that aren't been vaccinated or under vaccinated. They didn't go back for that second vaccination. It's a lot of countries that do not do vaccinations. You know, you have a lot of these third world countries that do not vaccinate.
Yeah.
So that's where the measles comes from. And so that's where it is. And it's not, several people, yes, have it, and you only hear about it because it's so rare.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you hear about the flu and you kind of brush it off, but when the measles happens, it's all over the news. You know, it's like, oh my, it's the measles. Well, yeah. You know, a couple of years ago there might have been 50 cases, and last year there could have been 10. You just never know.
Yeah. The measles aren't, and it's treatable now. Years ago, the measles is, I mean, you get talking about hundreds of years ago, measles was an outbreak, an epidemic, and wiping people out. Well, it's not quite that dramatic anymore.
No, it's a virus, and that's why you can get a vaccine for it. Because once your body has a virus and builds up the antibodies to it, your body, the next time you get that virus, will fight off that. So you don't get the virus twice. That's why when you get the vaccine, you might get a little sick. Seriously doubt it.
Yeah.
But your body builds up those antibodies and says, okay, we know what we're doing. So if you happen to get in contact with it again, your body's like, oh no, we got this. We've seen this before. We got it stopped.
Well, the biggest thing about getting sick, and you're in public health. Public health, I said, well, you know, it's my business whether I get the measles or not. Well, it might be your business whether you get the measles or not, but it's my business if you give it to me.
Right.
So to me, it's people getting vaccinated is, I don't know. To me, it's a public service.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's my job. So it's to make sure people get it. And, you know, if they don't want to get vaccinated, they don't have to get vaccinated. That's theirs. But, you know, it is a federal law that kids have to have vaccines before they go to school.
Yeah.
So.
Still, we all, like you said, we've eradicated smallpox, but I have heard rumors of it in certain parts of the world, and even polio.
Polio's still there. Yeah. Now, smallpox has been eradicated, so we're good here.
Okay.
Polio was close to being eradicated because you don't hear about it anymore.
Right.
I mean, nobody ever has polio. It's very rare.
Yeah.
So,
and the reason is vaccinations.
Yeah.
So the track record for vaccinations is pretty doggone good. I mean, you do hear exceptions. I mean, people will say, you know, that they've gotten sick and they've got a reaction to it. But you know, just about anything you do sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a reaction to Benadryl, and that's supposed to prevent reactions to things. So I mean, it's just how the body reacts. Some people can't have the flu shot.
Yeah. So I guess that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to emphasize as much as possible to keep up with your vaccinations. Now, schools do this. I guess schools probably, as you say, require this before they come to school.
Yes,
but if somebody's homeschooled, I mean, I guess there's a whole different story
there. A whole other story,
yeah. So,
I mean, it is rare that we have somebody come through the health department that, you know, is maybe getting there for anher service, and we say, well, your child doesn't have their immunizations. Well, and it is rare that they refuse. I mean, it's real rare. We do have several that have come in there that are laxed on their vaccines, and we got to catch them up, which we can do.
Yeah.
You know, life gets busy. You know, you might have had another child in there, and you forgot to get this one vaccinated. That's understandable. We get those. We'll work with you.
Now, the services you provide at the health department, I mean, is vaccinations. And what all is?
Women, infant, and children, which is WIC.
Uh-huh.
We do a lot of STD testing. A lot of just prevention in general. We do diabetes classes. We do nutrition classes. Abstinence classes in the schools. So we do. We do biometric screenings for people who have the Kentucky Health Employment Insurance.
Okay, well, I didn't know you did that because I've got that insurance, but I did not know that. I always wondered where I had to go to get that done. I just took the thing online.
You can do that. We have a community one in April.
Okay, well, I might want to do that because it might be more interesting than taking something.
You should have got an email if you have that insurance saying when they are.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll get that.
If not, you can give us a call at the health department.
Well, again, you know, you're there. You're not there. If somebody gets sick, don't go to the health department.
Nope, we don't see sick people.
Don't see sick people.
Nope.
Don't have doctors there on call. But you're there for one reason. That's prevention and public health.
Public health, yeah.
So that's why I want to talk today basically about the vaccination issue because it has become maybe not in this area. It hadn't become, but I know that it's starting to grow throughout the United States. So I think we want to sort of touch on it before it gets too far because I don't want to see a rise in measles again, even though it's not deadly. I mean, why get a disease when you don't have to?
Exactly right. Well, I mean, it's 100% preventive.
Yeah.
I mean, you get it. The kids usually get that shot usually around 12 to 15 months, and they get it again around 4 years because that's just the booster for the other one going, hey, remember us?
Yeah.
Here we go again. So that makes sure the body has it.
Yeah, I know. A few months ago, I got a shot for hepatitis A, I guess it was, and I got to go back.
That was a new one. Yep.
And I got to go back again in a few months to get the booster, whatever it is.
6 months.
So that's a new vaccine. It's just sort of come around. And I think there's something else I got a shot for recently, but I don't know what it was. Might be some kind of pneumonia shot.
It might have been pneumonia.
Because I believe they've got a new pneumonia shot out now.
Probably, yes, they do. Prevnar 13?
Yeah, that's what it was. Because I know I went to the doctor and he said, you want to know if I had my pneumonia shot? And so I got that several years ago. Bet you haven't had Prevnar 13? I said, I don't know what it is. So he stuck a needle in my side. I've got it now. I don't know what it is, but I've got it.
Yeah, there you go. You need it. I mean, the more the merrier, if you ask me. Build up that body. Yep.
So again, it's all about prevention. Flu, pneumonia. I mean, I don't know that. So, and I didn't get the flu last year. I'm not saying I didn't get it because of the vaccine, but I didn't get it. So that's a good thing. So I think anytime we can prevent something, it beats. Because I know we've talked about a lot of things. Rehab is a word that I hate. I hate the word rehab. I would kind of like with a drug addiction, things of that nature. If we could stop it before it becomes an addiction, we don't have a problem.
Right. So, yeah. But
Yeah, I understand. So again, we've got a facility here in Bardstown that takes care of that for prevention, and that's what Rachel does down there, and that's why we're here today to try to head some of this off.
That's right.
Well, I do appreciate you coming in, Dan. I know you're busy, and I know when I called, I said, I've been hearing some things about the measles. Again, not locally as much, but it is, but hitting the national news, and I always like to try to stay a little ahead of what's going on. And again, that's our job of preventing as well.
Yeah,
so.
You're not the only one. We've had several phone calls since I've talked to you yesterday.
Well, good. Well, at least I'm not as out too far out of the mainstream as I thought I was.
You're good.
All right, well, Rachel Browning here with the Lincoln Trail Nelson County Health Department here in Bardstown. Again, located down on South 3rd Street. Give them a call, 348-3222. I remember that number because it's close to our party line number. But you get a lot of party line calls.
I don't know. Answer the phones.
But again, give them a call down there if you catch up. Why take the chance? If there's a way to stay well, do your best. And again, they not only do they do vaccines, but education. There's a lot of education.
A lot of education.
And just something as simple as you and I have talked about, washing your hands regularly and washing your lettuce before you eat it, things of that nature. I mean, there's just so many simple things we can do that sometimes we just don't take the time to do. But I want to stay well, and I hope everybody else does too.
Yes, helps.
All right, so let's stick around. Rachel here with us today. She'll be back as we update things on more things that we need to do to keep ourselves healthy and a growing community here in Nelson County. Stick around, a lot more to come here on Channel 6 TV. We'll be right back.